top of the morning to ya. How are you, Mr. Sweeney?
I'm doing fine.
Awesome. Well, it is March 1st, and I am excited to share with our Juneau community what's going on at the library and even library programs off-site in the month of March. So, on my table here, I have all the things that are going on for children in the month of March. You can see that our children's librarian, Miss Sarah, is going with a rainbow theme for all of our take and make crafts and story kits for the month of March. We have something for every age group when it comes to children. Preschoolers, kids ages 5 through 12, and even our teenagers. So let me just kind of talk to you a little bit about our preschool offering. Miss Sarah does 2 virtual preschool story times each month. This story time will launch on Wednesday, March 3rd. But beginning Monday, March 1st, you can come in and grab a preschool storytime craft kit. The kit matches up with what she will be reading, and kids will be making a sun catcher. So they have tissue paper and contact paper, and then this can be hung up in a window to catch the light. Kids will have fun crumpling up the paper and sticking it to the contact sheet. Everything you need, the contact paper, the pre-cut pieces of tissue, and even a pattern are all available in the kit. And then, like I said, at 10 o'clock on Wednesday, March 3rd, Miss Sarah will be reading our story, How the Crayons Saved the Rainbow, and also be teaching you a sign from American Sign Language that goes along with the story too.
Now, this reading won't be in person, will it?
No, it's virtual. So if you follow us on Facebook, shameless plug, if you haven't, make sure you do, then at 10 o'clock on March 3rd, we do post the link to our YouTube channel where that video will be. You may also subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's Juneau Library. You'll search for that and you will find our YouTube channel. Thank you for asking that, Mr. Bob. So then Kids Craft, ages 6 to 12, a fused beaded rainbow sun catcher. So this one's a little different. In your oven at home, you will make this sun catcher and then you will briefly melt the beads so that they fuse together, and then you'll have a sun catcher to hang in your window. It also looks like something that might be fun. I don't think it would make a keychain. I think it might break. But just fun activities for all ages. And then moving on to our teenagers, they'll be getting a pony bead prism sun catcher. So this one, maybe if someone's crafty enough, they could turn it into a keychain or something that hangs on their book bag. So lots of rainbow crafts for everyone here in March. We are excited to share with you a joint program that the Juneau Public Library and the Juneau Parks and Rec Department are doing together. We are having a virtual cartooning class. Our program is called You Too Can Cartoon. And Mike Artell is an acclaimed cartoonist. He's an author of 45 different books, some of which he has illustrated. He also does motivational speaking at conferences. He is an entertainer, and he loves to teach kids how to cartoon. So March 15th is a Monday, and the coolest thing is that both St. John's Lutheran School and Dodgeland schools have no school on that day. So we have the best access to all the children in our community, and we have a fun afternoon planned for you. If you are in grades kindergarten through second grade, Mike Artell will be teaching you how to cartoon. This is virtually, by the way. We'll be in the community center, in the gym. We will be socially distanced at tables. We'll watch him on the big screen. He'll be able to interact and ask questions. You can ask questions. He'll provide answers. And kindergarten through second grade will have their program from 1 to 2. And then third through eighth grade, you will have your opportunity to have your program from 2:30 to 3:30. So these are 45-minute to an hour sessions. We will provide the paper and the pencil. All you need to do is show up, because I don't know if you can see this, the cost is, what's that say, Mr. Sweeney?
You gotta zoom in there.
Zoom
my
in.
God, it's free.
It's free. So, Mr. O'Reilly, the Parks and Rec Department Director, he also has additional programming that will go on after this. And for a nominal fee, you can participate in that as well. So depending on when you drop off your kids, you might be able to have them occupied most of the afternoon on spring break. So,
you're talking about kindergarten through second grade, that first group there. Then you said drop the children off. Would the parents be able to stay?
the parents could stay and observe, but we would probably need to know that in advance so that we could make sure there's seating and social distancing things in practice there. So that is a good question. If you have those questions, please either call Michael O'Reilly or myself, and we can make sure that we can make accommodations if parents wanted to stay. We are, as the library, thankful that we have a Friends of the Library program or volunteer group. They are actually funding a portion of this program as well because they believe in our future, our kids. Registration forms are available at the library or the community center, and they will be sent home with children from the school as well. So lots of opportunities. I think our slots are going to fill up quickly. And because we want to distance people safely, make sure if your children are interested, you get them registered right away. We would hate to have to turn anyone away.
Would those forms be available for download off your website?
I do know that Mr. O'Reilly is working on an online registration piece. I don't think it's ready yet, but Mr. Sweeney, that's a great idea. We'll put a downloadable PDF on our website, and then I can also direct you from our Facebook post to the website to find that sheet. Wonderful. So we do have many cartooning books already in our collection at the Juneau Public Library. Maybe between today and March 15th, you'd want to check some of these out, start practicing, seeing if you like cartooning. And a benefit of attending this program, Mr. Artell is sending us his top 8 books from the 45 books that he has written. He is sending them to the library. We will add them to our collection after this program. But you can, at the event, order those books as well. We would take payment for the books. We'll have more information about the cost of each book. But Mr. Artell will write a personalized message to your child in the book, draw a cartoon, and then he covers the shipping cost, and it will be shipped directly to your home. So you'll want to look into that when you drop your kids off at the program. Do you have any other questions, Mr. Sweeney?
Not at the moment.
No? If you had any other questions, what would you do?
Call.
Call. We are always here. Well, not always, but most of the time throughout the day, we are here, and we would love to answer your questions. And we are excited to partner with another Juneau City department to bring this to you. All right, so I told you about all the exciting things for our younger patrons, and now on the table here I have offerings at the library in the month of March for our adults. Now, some of this is informational. I do want you to know we have 3 public computers available for use. We ask that you have a 2-hour limit on those computers, but most of you can get your work done or check your email in that amount of time. They're socially distanced. Normally we have 5 computers available to the public. Now,
people can bring in their own computers.
Oh my goodness, we have Wi-Fi, so you can bring in your own device, your laptop, a tablet. Yeah, that's always permissible. And thankfully there was an access grant that our library system received in 2020, and our Wi-Fi signal now reaches fully out into our parking lot. So even if you need to pay an online bill, check your email, and the library's closed, you should be able to access our Wi-Fi from the parking lot.
So if a person brings their own device in, are they able to print off their device?
They are. Now here's the 2 options, and I'm glad you brought this up because we have mobile printing available now. For example, you would need to be able to, on your device, pull up a PDF or a Word document, or you could even do a photo, and we can show you, because it's Bluetooth, that you can print to our printer. Now I should let you know ahead of time, it's just black and white. If you want color copies, that would need to go through our copy machine, and you would need to pull up what you need on one of our public computers and then send it to the copier.
So if somebody has something they want to print, they could put it on a removable flash drive and then put it onto one of your computers? Is that
correct? Correct. Or if it is on a jump drive, a flash drive, our copier has a port, which then means you can bypass the computer altogether. We can put in your jump drive, and you can do black and white or color. Excuse me 1 minute. I did bring this so that you know our printing rates. And this is per page. So for example, if you're printing something front and back, that's actually considered 2 pages, even though it's 1 piece of paper. So that would be 20 cents per side. If you did black and white, 40 cents for color. So if you wanted to print directly from your device, we only have that available in black and white, and that works out really slick. Let's say if you're printing out a return label for Amazon, or you need your boarding pass printed out for the airport. I'm just giving some recent examples of ways people have used that service.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you are in a situation where you need to, we personally can't enter information for you, but I know unemployment is a reality right now for many of us due to the pandemic, and maybe even some businesses downsizing because workers are working from home or remotely. So we do have some information at our public computer hub that just gives you some bullet points on how to file an unemployment claim. And then there is a URL that we have posted about unemployment insurance tax information as well. And with the tax season upon us, you may find that information in that website handy. Referencing taxes, if you still do your taxes paper form instead of online, all of the paper forms are here. I guess when I say all, I mean the most common. So we are trying to do as much as we can touchless for your safety and ours. So we have many versions on our whiteboard, and you can say, I need this red dot form, I need this black dot form, and then we can grab them behind the desk and give them to you for free. We have state forms and federal forms available. And if the form you need is not one of these, we can also assist you in how to go to irs.gov to find the forms that you need. If you need to print, we do not charge you to print the forms off of the IRS site. If you printed the entire instruction booklet, we would probably charge you. But the forms itself, we would let you print a form and not charge you for that. So just a few adult offerings I'd like to showcase that are going on in March. Ever since the summer of 2020, when we started realizing many of our programs will need to go either virtually or where you pick up a kit for a craft and take it home, we have been offering one adult craft a month, and they fly off the shelves. So you are watching this on March 1st, and March 1st is when this adult craft will be available for you to come into the library and take home and do. Now this is the craft that keeps on giving. In this little tin, we don't have everything in a tin. You'll either get all of your supplies in this Celebrate tin or all your supplies in a Celebrate gift bag. So either way, a fun thing. You are going to find everything you need to make at least 10 greeting cards for various occasions. You're going to find lots of embellishments, and I'm just going to show you one that's complete. This complete one won't be in your bin. You'll make it. But there are pre-printed designs that you can cut out. There's little 3D tabs that you can put behind the text to make it look three-dimensional. Some of the papers in there are already pre-cut with scallops. So, and then even paper and phrasing that and other flowers and designs that you can add to make your own personalized greeting card. This one says birthday wishes, and then some text inside. The text will be in here as well for you to cut and decide what you want on your card. So you're going to have an assortment of cards. Like I said, some with scallops and some that are straight. You're going to get ribbon and other embellishments, some bling in case you want to bling out a card. And like I said, some of those 3D strips that will allow you to make your card three-dimensional. Lots of paper will be included. Some more colorful, shiny papers. Oh, that's why we need a big tin. You're going to have designs for general greeting, birthday, masculine, Father's Day, children's. There's your text. And then even some templates on how to design pockets and envelopes to send your card in. If you've never made cards before, I guarantee you, pick up this kit, play around with some of these supplies for free, and then you'll know if it's something that you enjoyed and would want to start pursuing on a regular basis for yourself. I don't know about you, Bob. Do you buy the cards in your home, or does your wife?
Actually, we don't buy cards because we give so much money to charities. They send us cards every year.
There
we
you
have
go.
So many cards at home. So,
And that's true. But if you were to go to a Hallmark or Walmart and buy a greeting card, on average, they're between $4 and $5 for one card. So if this is something that even 10 cards, if I put a dollar value on this kit, if you can make 10 cards, 10 times 5, easy math, you've got a $50 value worth of cards sitting right here.
and I think people really appreciate something that's made, especially for them, rather than something that was purchased at Walmart.
I agree, because when you design this card, you have that person in mind. You maybe know their favorite color. You know, there's times where I buy a greeting card and I'm like, well, it's attractive, but the words in here or the design just doesn't match the person. So you get to make those decisions here. So we have this, and we will be promoting this on March 1st, but guaranteed you're going to probably want to come in that first week in March and grab a kit, because we have a very limited supply, and once they're gone, they're gone. So come on in if this is a craft that would interest you. And last but definitely not least, we have been doing our very, very best to continue our breakfast book club on a monthly basis. This month, we will be reading Where'd Ya Go, Bernadette? Now, I will tell you, this is an older novel. It was published in 2012, but it did inspire the movie that was later released, I believe, in 2017. So don't watch the movie yet. I haven't. Let's read the book first, and then check out the movie from the Juneau Public Library. Now, we have chosen a humorous read. I personally belong to this book club and facilitate it, and have not read this book yet, nor seen the movie. But I want to read this little snippet that Wikipedia says this book is about. Where'd You Go, Bernadette is a 2012 appository. I don't know this word. Let's just say it's a comedy novel written by Maria Semple. The plot revolves around an agoraphobic architect and mother named Bernadette Fox, who goes missing prior to a family trip to Antarctica. It is narrated by her 15-year-old daughter, Bee, and is told in a series of documents, emails, memos, transcripts, with the occasional interlude by Bee. So not only is this a comedy, but it uses some unique ways to tell a story through emails or memos or other documents. Now, Bernadette goes missing, and I had to look up what agoraphobic meant. It's even hard to say. Do you know what it means?
Agoraphobia.
So what is agoraphobia?
It's fear of open spaces.
It is, according to the Mayo Clinic, it is an anxiety disorder in which you fear and avoid places or situations that may cause you to panic and make you feel trapped, helpless, or embarrassed. You fear an actual or anticipated situation, such as using public transportation, being in an open or enclosed space, standing in line, or even being in a crowd. So imagine this mom. It's interesting on why they're going to Antarctica in the first place. And knowing that she also has, what's this condition, Bob, since I struggle saying it?
Agoraphobia.
Agoraphobia. Not the fear of agriculture,
No.
right? Okay. So if you'd like to read this book, we have several copies available. You can check this out. And then on March 19th, it's a Friday morning, we will actually be meeting socially distanced at the community center, and we will discuss this book together. So I think we have a lot going on in March.
Really?
We do. And we look forward to serving you at your level of service. We still offer curbside. If people don't want to come into the library, we can get you this book curbside, or any of our other materials. And we are thankful for our Juneau Library patrons. Have a great month.